Welcome back, folks. Last time we left off, we killed a plague bearer, and we have more plague bearers to kill. We were back down in Pisha's lair, everyone's favorite undead lesbian, with a really smoking hot body. Let's her turn her more towards the candle so we can get a little bit better look at her here. Yeah.
The kind's fate was sealed the moment he entered. Do not waste time debating the morality. If a man walks into a tiger's domain, it may result in his being devoured. So it has.
Well, I ain't fussed about it. I understand. What are these artifacts you're talking about?
Yes, I am searching for two items I have tracked to this area. One, I believe, may be in one of the local museums. I have not yet searched them all. The other I believe to be in the Giovanni's possession, though I have not confirmed it. For these items, I will exchange items of similar worth.
So, like I've said, this is really worth it. You get some nice stuff from her if you do this. Um, there are two missions that you go to a separate area. It's kind of like when we went to the warehouse, if you remember. Like, I can never go back to the warehouse. You go to the warehouse once, you go through it, and then when you're out of the warehouse, you can never go to the warehouse again. Both the museum and the Giovanni mansion are like that. If you don't get the item, the one chance that you have to get it, you can never go back to get it. It is missable. So you have to be very, very careful before you leave that area to make sure you get those items. And especially in the museum, it can be kind of difficult because I think you're barred from killing anyone. That's like one of the restrictions on it. But, you know, I have a fairly high sneak, so I should be able to okay in doing that. I have high sneak and I can trance people, so see how that goes. Anyway, fair enough. Tell me about the item you think is in the museum.
A fetish is described in a 19th century chronicle of a British platoon's encounter with a local tribe. Soldiers would go missing in the night and be replaced by these fetishes. It may be valuable to my studies.
If I find it, I'll bring it in. Oh, okay.
Yes.
He's a bit preoccupied with death.
Death is the ultimate dilemma, and integral to the beliefs and behavior of every culture. Life is bore on the corpses of the dead. Without death, there would be no motivation to accomplish anything. The only emotion would be existing. Life would be pestilent and agonizing.
About the items you're looking for.
Yes.
So the she already told me about this
A
one.
fetish is described in a 19th century...
Yeah, she already told me that. And the other?
It is used to communicate with certain entities otherworldly. It is a tome called the Voce del Morte. Should you find yourself within the walls of the Giovanni, seize the opportunity and take it, for they will make sure you never have another.
So, a bit of background on the Giovanni. Originally, the 13 clans did not include the Giovanni, though the Giovanni are now a clan. So what happened was, before the Giovanni in the Middle Ages, there was something called the Cappadocians. And the Cappadocians were all about necromancy. They would always like summon wraiths and zombies and things like that. And obviously their sire or whatever was Cappadocius. But they were stupid, or just, you know, too trusting or something like that. And they made dealings with an Italian, basically mafia family. A mafia family who were very interested in necromancy. So the mafia family would do things for the Cappadocians, which, if you didn't know, Cappadocia is an area of Turkey, so apparently they're called that. Well, I think the head guy of the Cappadocians is also called Cappadocius, but it's also a place in Turkey, so that might, I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason why those names are all together, but that's not really. Let's move on. Um, the mafia, they like this family, this Giovanni family, really liked necromancy, want to learn more, and they could learn this stuff from the Cappadocians. But the Cappadocians trusted the Giovanni way too much, and what ended up happening is a mortal human, the head of the Giovanni family, diablerized the highest ranking member available of the Cappadocians. And then he spread that from himself all the way. So he gained all the power of that head Cappadocian. I don't think it was the very first one, but it was a very high early generation one. And then he spread it to all of his family, and so a lot of them were family. And in the Giovanni family, they have living members of the family, and they have the vampires, and they sort of, okay, a lot of the members of the family are ghouls or whatever, and whatever. But anyway, after they took that over and started spreading, they gained enough power. They ended up wiping out the Cappadocians completely and entirely, so they don't even exist anymore in the modern Knights. Um, so that's kind of why. And she, I think, is a Lasombra. I think that's who she is. Which like bloodline she is. I don't even know if it's clan, but I don't remember. But she's obviously also instant in death, so it makes sense that she would want to get stuff from the Giovanni. So I have another question.
Yes.
I brought you a little snack.
If it satisfies you, I make an effort to only prey on the weak and worthless, consuming their flesh not out of spite, but out of self-preservation. I wither and rot without it. It is my survival.
I didn't realize I brought her a snack. I don't even know what they're talking about. But okay. I want to...
Yes.
I think it's a book, right? Tell me about the book
It
again.
is used to communicate with certain entities otherworldly. It is a tome called the Voce de Morte. Should you find yourself within the walls of the Giovanni, seize the opportunity and take it, or they will make sure you never have another.
Sure they will. Alright, if I find it, I'll get it. So, occultist personality. Pisha wants you to find 2 occult items, so that's updated now. We got a few more points. We're up to 5. We've got a fair amount more we got to do before we can do that one, but that is a high priority. Getting up thermology all the way to the top is the fairly high priority at the moment. I want to get to the final level, that blood boil, because it's awesome. I love it. You got a circle of a group of enemies, you do blood boil, and the person like raises up in the air and goes all crazy, and then explodes, and then from the explosion there's a lot of damage done to everyone around them. It's a really nice ability. It's a really fantastic ability, and it's very graphic. It's very graphic and enjoyable. Once I get it, maybe I'll do a thing where I just go to a town, like I do a save just for the point. Like, I don't know, have you ever played Grand Theft Auto or any of the Grand Theft Auto games? Well, at least 3 and after. I think everyone's done this before, and they have their save game, and they're just like, well, I'm not even playing serious now. I'm going to... That's the wrong way. I'm not even playing serious right now. I am just going to cause as much havoc and survive as long as possible for as long as I can. And that's precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to blow everyone up. And maybe I'll just spend a few minutes trying to do that just for the fun of it. Just because it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun thing to watch. It's down here. Click on this way up. Well, that sucks. But it's okay, because I have to go do that Patty mission, don't I? I swear, in downtown sometimes it's hard to find people. The guy's just walking around the corner. So thanks, dude. What are you doing walking around that corner? What are you doing there? Why are you even there? Oh, I can ask for money too. Let's see if I get any money.
Hey, you. Look, I'm sorry about before. You see, I'm a very passionate person about everything, about art, entertainment, love. Kent says that is why he chose me.
No problem, Patty. I found Kent Allen Ryan for you.
You are totally awesome. Well, it just goes to show you that you don't have to dress cool or have a lot of power to be a cool person.
Oh, man.
So, where is Kent?
What a bitch. Huh. At the bottom of abandoned hospital, he's planning to rave there. I just saw him out in the alley. He was angry. He stained his loafers. I think I was mistaken. Alright. So, 4, you don't finish the mission. 1 and 2. Although I really like the idea of sending her to the abandoned hospital. Let me see.
Oh, look. Well, fine.
Let me look at my character sheet. Yeah, I'm already at 7. If I do, I would love to send her to Pisha, but I don't think she has any dialogue options. Oh, is that right? So now it's not letting me talk to her. I'm going to reload the game. I wanted to check to see how much, and if I had full, I'd probably send her to Pisha. But if I use my persuade skill, then I don't have to lose any humanity. And if you send her to San Diego, she's like becomes someone else's problem. And whether or not she dies is not, our concern. So, but the idea of sending her to Pisha sounds awesome. I mean, she's such a bitch. The girl is she's just such a cunt. I really shouldn't swear like that on here, should I? Oh well. Please don't report me. But you have to admit, I mean, look at her talking, it's just, oof. So, you're so weak and stupid, but you're still pretty cool. It's just so annoying. They did, so what I should say there is that girl did a good job, the actress, of playing a really annoying girl, so.
Hey, you. Look.
Yeah, we heard that. No problem, I found him.
You?
He went to San Diego for some business deals he had to act on.
Oh, that is totally Kent. He's so like that. I better go find him. He needs my help to do anything. Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Just drive down there. He'll be looking for you. Alright. Report back to Skelter. Maybe I should go back and get that before I do anything else. See if I can get some money.
Money, right? Come back in a few nights. I'll have another wad for you.
Okay.
Get out of your seats and onto that floor, you wankers!
I don't know. I mean, as much as the dialogue in this game already cusses, it's not like if I cuss a couple times, it adds anything to it. I mean, they're already cussing. So, which is, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I think it's more entertaining. I'm gonna go report back to Skelter and get that that point real quick. Yeah, so it makes me wonder how much experience it would cost to build up Thermology if I hadn't taken that Infernal. But I mean, you don't really need to get the other disciplines all the way up there. You really don't. It's not that useful. So, like, if you just do Thermology all the way and then you focus on guns, you're good to go. You're fairly set up right then. I have yet to find a map. I know there's a map somewhere, like a sign or something. There's gotta be a sign or something around here where I can, like, just see a map of the city, but I forget where that is. This doesn't matter that much. I thought it was, like, near the bus station or something. Maybe that's it. We've been in the workshop. We sure have. Alright, let's go report to Skelter. Didn't even have to kill her. If you got your perception or your persuasion up high enough, you can complete that without losing any humanity.
What's up?
Took care of the Patty problem.
Ghouls ain't nothing but trouble, yeah, to me. It's a weakness, pure and simple.
Let's see. Yeah, he don't have any more to say. I think that's the end of anything. He never says anything important ever again. You get that one little side quest from him, and that's it. You never need anything else from him. Yeah, but that's pretty expensive, like 12 here. Let's see, do I have one at 3? That's pretty expensive, so I wonder how much it would be if I didn't take that. Like 14? 15? Probably 15. But whatever. So this video is almost over. We only have a couple minutes left. I'll start walking over to the Skyline Apartments, and forget the dude's name, but we need to get to one of the dude's apartments. So yeah, I got my masquerade violation back. And I guess it would be kind of interesting to lose some masquerades via, you know, points or whatever they are, and fight some hunters. Like you when you're just walking down the street. Like if you lose enough of those, they'll just appear when you're like in an alley or walking down the street. For the Tremere, that's kind of really a pain in the ass, because if I use Thermology, I get another masquerade violation, so I just have to shoot them. Or, you know, I can't even feed on them or anything like that unless I'm in an alley. Although that, thankfully, thanks to Nines Rodriguez, my brawl went up a little bit, so you know, now that I have a thing of, I should be able to, with that should be enough for people at least. Probably not enough to, wow, there's blood on the thing. Probably not enough to, there is never enough time to read the full of that either. I would, if there was enough time, I'd read those little things, but you'll just have to pause the video if you're interested. Hello, sir. I almost do just want to kill him so I never have to deal with him again. Well, it's been a long time since I've been talking to him, so I'm surprised that he's not recovered his blood points yet. I'd better be careful the next time I do that. Let's see. Who do I have to talk to? Santa Monica. Alright. You must kill all the plague bearers. Occultish personality. No. Damsels informed you. Paul. I have to go talk to Paul. Alright, that's all I really have time for this video. When we come back, we'll continue where we left off. I'll see you then, folks.